Last week I made a video talking about the Minecraft porn animation community on YouTube, and since then I've been recommended some very obscure and very interesting animations as a result, so thank you YouTube for that, always looking out, and I figured I'd share one of the more interesting finds with you. Now to some of you this won't be a surprise, and in fact some of you may even dabble in this content yourself. There exists a pretty decently sized source filmmaker fart porn animation community on YouTube. And now I know that's not overly weird, because fart porn apparently is super popular, because anytime I even go on Pornhub, it's almost nothing but fart porn these days. Watch Tina as her asshole puffs out while blasting fat, wet farts in my face, your face, the viewer. I'm not a fan of it, but it's apparently a prospering niche in the community of porn. So on YouTube, it shouldn't be all that surprising that it exists. I'm going to show you one of the bigger channels I found. This is kind of like the leader of the rebellion, or not the rebellion, but a pioneer in the fart porn animation community on YouTube. This is Fartimation. Check some of this shit out, and I mean shit literally. A pretty powerful start, no doubt, but I have to say, if someone's waking me up by farting in my face, I'm getting up angry. That's a bad day. That's starting off the day on the wrong foot. Meanwhile, the Trix Rabbit wakes up and thinks he's being issued a challenge, like, oh, are these the only farts you can muster for me? It's like you're not even trying. It's pretty clear to me that all of the fart sound effects are done in-house by the animator making the noises with his mouth. Because not only do the farts sound shitty, the audio quality is shitty as well. It sounds like Donald Duck being strangled. It sounds like a trumpet being played poorly underwater. I can make the noises with my mouth too, and that's how I know this is what he's doing. I know, pretty impressive sound of diarrhea farts. Pixar, sign me up for a role with voice acting, I'm telling you. But I have to wonder why he didn't just use stock sound effects of farts on the internet. It would have sounded far better. An impressive demo reel of farts, but it would have been better if it wasn't recorded over walkie-talkies. He really should have just used some regular fucking stock sound effects. But this is his most popular video, and you can clearly see why. Now let's move on to some of his other works.
Oh my.
Another classic for sure, but what do the commenters think? Are they satisfied? Top comment. Yes, she would have pooped herself with those farts. Well, Mark, you're absolutely not wrong, and a reply to that, nice video, man, it's awesome. Underneath that, Toy Chica tries to find the Krabby Patty formula. I don't really understand what he means by that, because it's a video of her farting, and that's about it. I don't remember Mr. Krabs hiding the secret formula up his asshole or anything, that he needed to blast it out, but maybe I'm just not familiar with the Five Nights at Freddy lore. This one had a big grand finale with actually shitting in the panties, just filling the entire diaper. However, it didn't really look like it was panties being pushed to their breaking point with poop. It looked more like a hemorrhoid forming or an anus prolapsing, or even like filling a fucking water balloon down there. It didn't really look like filled panties. All of the panties should have moved back. I think it was a little lazy on the animation side, but then Mangle asks you if you're full now. And obviously the answer is going to be yes, you've probably lost your appetite, or if you're into this fetish, you're definitely sailing full mast, I get it. But I'm particularly fascinated with this last line, now go before the others see you, as if you're in some type of time crunch that you need to quickly jerk off and then hide the evidence. As if someone would be so shameless they'd be watching Five Nights at Freddy's fart porn animations on YouTube, like they're at work and they had to get this off their, drain their nuts watching this before their boss comes and sees them. I highly doubt anyone's watching this content outside of their own masturbatorium with the lights off. He's not a one-trick pony, baby. It's not just Five Nights at Freddy's farting animations. He's also touching other properties too, like Princess Peach having a diarrhea episode in a porta potty in the middle of the desert here. A timeless classic, obviously. Nothing we haven't seen a million times before, but he just does it better. I mean, just listen to those sound effects. It's like he recorded himself taking a piss and is trying to pass it off as diarrhea, but you're not fooling me. I know the sound of pee-pee very well. That was pee-pee. Until, of course, he added the little grudge sound effect in there. That kind of changed up the tempo a bit. But you get what I'm saying. There's a prospering fart porn source filmmaker community on YouTube, and it's fascinating and disturbing as well. But to each their own, I suppose. That's about it. So yeah. Alright, I went down the dark and depressing rabbit hole of weird family vlog YouTube channels. Not that that's its own category, because every family vlog channel on YouTube I think is weird. And I just want to talk about it today. It's been bothering me for the last couple days, and I'm just going to pop the zit here for a little relief, just to talk about it. I think family vlog channels is super creepy. I think it really hurts your whole family, especially because all of these family vlog channels focus on their kids mainly. So I genuinely can't wrap my head around growing up with a camera in my face every single day throughout my entire developing years. It has to be horrible. It just feels so fake, so forced, and it feels like there's nothing private in these kids' lives anymore. It's just completely open for strangers to watch them grow up. And it's even like these strangers are helping to raise your kids. It's like this awful parasocial relationship with creepy people on YouTube in the comments watching and judging your parenting and your kids. It's fucking terrifying. Like, I remember one time when I was 8 years old, I got naked and put my wiener on a pile of dirty laundry and then pissed all over it. If I did that today, well, not today as like a 27-year-old man, I'd just go to jail. But if I did that today, like if I was 8 years old and I did that, that'd probably be like a fucking million view family vlog video right there. That'd just be like the thumbnail, like, my son did what to our laundry? Like, everything for these families gets filmed and posted on YouTube because it makes them money and somehow has an audience. I think it's just super fucking creepy. These parents are just using their kids as props in their videos in order to make money off of it. It feels like fucking child labor to a certain extent. They're like the main draw, they're the main actors, and yet they don't benefit from it at all. They don't see a dime of that shit. Like, yeah, maybe they'll get some cool toys or whatever, but it's not like they are actually able to consent to being like the main character in your horrible YouTube production. They're just kids. Like, take for example Ryan Toy Reviews. That kid is worth over $30 million. One of the most popular and most profitable channels on all of YouTube. That kid has not seen a dime of that, I bet. It all goes to his parents, who are absolutely living it up with that money. Ryan's been like 6 years old for the last 10 years. He's like fucking Ash Ketchum. The kid has to be approaching like 14 by this point, but he is still doing the same thing, and his parents are still the main beneficiary from his work. Now, of course, I'm sure there's some level of fun where he just gets to play with toys. It makes his parents happy. He gets more toys, and it's just this cycle. Like, yeah, I'm sure it's not the most evil situation in the world, but it's still extremely weird. All of these family vlog channels strike me as just a bunch of narcissists who found a way to make money using their kids and using the least amount of effort possible just by shoving a camera in their family's face at all hours of the day. Like, there's a popular meme that went around last year where it was this picture here. Zam, she's only 12, so spicy. This comes from a family vlog channel with over 8.7 million subs. Now, the girl in their thumbnail wasn't actually 12, but I still censored it just in case. You can see that some of these families with these channels are fucking weird. Clickbaiting child porn for your audience is not okay. Like, who the fuck does the Prince family think is watching them? Jared Fogle? Like, are they trying to appeal to, like, pedophiles or something? Like, what the fuck was the point in taking a woman in her bra and panties, calling her 12, and then saying she's spicy on your thumbnail? It's fucking weird. Now, I want to make it clear, I don't think every family with a vlog channel is a dysfunctional group of goofballs that, you know, hurt their kids or make their kids' lives miserable. I'm not saying that. I'm sure there are some genuinely wholesome families out there where the whole family just enjoys getting together, like, once a week, once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, and doing like a family video together. I'm sure that exists. I have no doubt about it. I'm focusing more on the family vlog channels that are like daily or every couple of day posters that are literally all hours shoving cameras in their kid's face. It's not healthy, and these families are not doing a great job of raising their kids. I'm not like some kind of fucking child psychology expert or anything, but I think I can say with confidence, no one growing up wants to be constantly monitored by complete strangers. Sounds like a nightmare, and God forbid you actually have like a serious problem, because then the whole world's gonna know about it. A lot of these family channels, their most popular videos are when their family's going through something rough. Like one of the kids breaks their arm, or one of the kids gets in trouble at school or something, and the video's them being disciplined, or them at the hospital, or crying. Those get the most views, which is why you see so many thumbnails with the kids in pain, or crying, or something like traumatic going on. Like, you remember Daddy05? That was an extremely big controversy. That was a genuine abusive family that was actually hurting their kids for views on YouTube. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but I'm sure most of you remember. That's not exactly uncommon on the platform, I imagine. These videos where the kids are in distress, like just really upset about something or even injured, are really popular on these channels. I honestly wouldn't be surprised, and this is just a full-blown, like, Alex Jones level conspiracy here, full-blown tinfoil condom, but I really wouldn't be surprised to learn that a lot of these family channels actually set up these awful situations for their kids for the sake of views. Like, oh my god, my son, Nicholas, just got hit by a rogue baseball bat that flew out of a pickup truck that went by. It must have been a drive-by attempt where they threw a baseball bat at my son and it hit his ankles. Now they're clearly broken. Oh my god. Nicholas, are you okay? Oh, look at how hard he's crying. His ankles are truly shattered. Can we hit 100,000 likes on this video for my son's broken ankles? I'm gonna have to get him to a hospital. He's very upset. Oh my god. And the only thing that's gonna make him feel better is 100,000 likes on this video. And then you'll see, like, a week later, all of a sudden, oh my god, Nicholas fell off the top turnbuckle of our WWE wrestling ring and landed on a pit of broken glass that was just left there by some irresponsible builders. Oh my god, Nicholas, how are you feeling? Oh, can we hit 100,000 likes on this video? Nicholas is very upset and in pain. It's so sick. Really, just search any family vlog channel on YouTube and some of the most recent videos are probably going to be exactly what I'm talking about. Like here, this is the Prince family. 6 days ago, Grandpa gives kids a whooping. And then right before that, back to back, DJ almost drowns in the swimming pool. And then if you go to the most popular family vlog channel, the Ace family, literally their most recent upload, Steele got hurt bad on camera. Then in stars, so unexpected. Which just sounds like sarcasm. It just sounds like the Ace family is laughing about this, like, haha, yeah, Steele had no idea that one was coming. How unexpected, I get pranked. You know, like, it sounds like they're actually celebrating that Steele got hurt here, because it meant more views for them. And then if you go back a little bit more, the dog bit our baby, scary moment. Like, a lot of these videos, and it really doesn't take long to find them because there's so many on all of these family vlog channels. It's like they really, like, start pumping their fists like, yeah, my kids got hurt, there's gonna be big views. You can find so much of this. So it's not even like wholesome families doing wholesome shit. It's these really sick families celebrating and capitalizing off of traumatic experiences of their children. Like, just imagine, you can't even cry or get hurt without your parents filming you. That's an actual nightmare. And then it gets posted online for everyone to see. Your classmates might see it. Like, you just grow up in the eyes of complete strangers. That's terrifying. And there's no way kids can, like, fully grasp that concept till they're much older. And yeah, maybe some of them are okay with it as they get older because, you know, maybe then they actually start to see some of the money that they've made for their narcissistic parents. But even still, it's not a good environment to raise a family. At least I can't imagine that it is. It's so weird. And the audience is even creepier to me because the audience is two groups. It's little kids and old parents. Parents that their kids have already grown up and moved out of the house, so now they live vicariously through these YouTube families, and little kids who just see these other kids getting toys and attention that they might not be getting in their situation. So both of these groups, I think, are in very sad places for different reasons. Kids that come from broken households that get glued to this content because they're watching these kids live the life they wish they could. And then you have parents that are well past their prime whose kids most likely don't live with them anymore, don't talk to them anymore, whatever. They watch these family vlog channels and get attached to them and try and, like, raise their kids through the YouTube comments. Scrolling down into the comment section on a family vlog video is more sad than watching an ASPCA commercial. It is depressing. You'll see a lot of the commenters, at least on the channels that don't have comments disabled, you'll see a lot of the commenters are older women who their motherly instinct kicks in. So, like, on the Steele got hurt video, you'll see a lot of them be like, oh my god, my reflexes kicked in and I grabbed my hydrogen peroxide and poured it on my keyboard hoping to help Steele. Oh my god, oh my god, thank you for helping him. I got so concerned there for a moment. You'll see how attached they get. They, as a viewer, feel like they become part of that family because now that they're older, they don't have, like, a real kid to take care of or anything. So they're settling for the next best thing, which is living this fantasy where they're somehow helping the Ace family raise their kids or helping in their lives somehow. And then from that, you'll see a lot of these older women feel entitled to know everything that's going on with the family, which is why you have a lot of these family vlog channels make videos that get way, way, way too personal and share way too much about themselves as parents and their kids. Like, I've seen a bunch of these family vlog channels where they're like the couples going through like a lot of issues, and they share all of them with their audience because the audience demands it. And it's like they're never satisfied. They need to know every single detail. They just become so unhealthily attached to what they see on these family vlogs. So yeah, anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to talk about it. I hate family vlog channels, but I understand they're not going anywhere and they're probably only going to grow in popularity. I just wanted to at least talk about this since I had been thinking about it for the last couple days. That's about it. So yeah. It's always adorable when a villain or clown from a previous season of YouTube drama pokes their curious little heads out from the shadow just to remind everyone that they're still out there and still an insufferable loser. That's what we're dealing with today. It's a YouTuber named TechLead, and a couple of years ago, CoffeeZilla threw him into the Thunderdome and smacked him down and exposed to the world that this guy is a superstar scammer. And this week, he tried to puff out his chest and spread his invisible, non-existent lats by copyright claiming and taking down a video another YouTuber made about him that hurt his feelings. Internet Anarchist made a video kind of just going over the CoffeeZilla vs. TechLead saga from a while back, and TechLead decided to copyright strike him and openly, on camera, with 4K video evidence, admit to falsely flagging him and abusing the YouTube copyright system. This delusional douchebag attempted to take a victory lap over Internet Anarchist's corpse, gloating about his abuse of the YouTube copyright system. His sensitive little feelings led to the hatred blinding his eyes like cataracts, and him not realizing that he is openly admitting to something you are not allowed to do and can get into big trouble for. As I've mentioned in the past, there is a very popular case where YouTube themselves actually stepped in when someone was notorious for false flagging other YouTubers' content, took them to church and put the fear of God in them. Like, the false flagger back then got slapped with massive fines per instance of their abuse of that copyright system. So it is something that is taken very seriously, and this dumb, insufferable asshole is openly admitting to it on camera. That's not even doing it justice. He is so proud of it, he was wearing that like a Boy Scout badge on his jacket. But I'm assuming the stupid potion that he drank must have wore off, or maybe someone in his life kicked down the front door and told him how terrible of an idea that video was, because he has deleted it as of this afternoon. So the only footage I have to show you is from the Internet Anarchist, who was kind of just cutting the most shocking bits of what he openly admits to.
I tend to copyright strike down any expose videos on me because I understand that these are not real exposés. There's no journalism involved in here at all.
Journalism is probably the boogeyman that keeps him up at night, haunting his nightmares. Because any journalist that ever looks into TechLead will find the most filthy and foul resume ever. This guy super sucks, and any journalism that's ever done on him only further exposes how much of a scumbag he is. I also just have to mention that the title of his video where he talks about this actually gave me a bit of a belly laugh like fucking Santa Claus. He had the chutzpah to call the YouTubers he's referring to in the video scam tubers and put it in his title. Marinate in that for a moment. That's like Justin Timberlake calling someone else an alcoholic.
Welcome to the world of business where people are afraid that they're going to be doxxed. Well, if you're going to come into business and do business in this world, yes, you're going to be doxxed. You better have an identity. And so then he takes to Twitter complaining he's going to have to dox himself to the TechLead. So you're saying I have to share my personal information to TechLead or let my video be taken down? He's afraid he has to be doxxed if he wants to counter the dispute. YouTube jumps in and says, well, you can also hire an attorney if you want to represent yourself. Well, yeah, this is business, right? People have a complaint against you. You can't just be a nobody and hide behind anonymity, right?
You don't even have a real complaint. You have hurt feelings and thinning hair from the stress of being such a whiny loser. This is a ridiculous statement that just because you're in that field, you need to be doxxed. It's just, the way he talks about it, it just comes with the territory. You're out of your fucking gourd. Like, you've lost your marbles. I also can't stand the way he talks. He actually just sounds like what I imagine every Reddit mod who thinks their job is the most important thing in the world sounds like.
One of the main reasons I will actually copyright strike a video, though, is I want to know who's behind the video, right? I want to know who these people are. What if it's somebody I even know in real life? Oftentimes these haters are people who know you very well, actually. I mean, this could be a real physical threat to me.
That's called paranoia. Like, that's an actual mental disorder that you've got here. You might want to get yourself checked out for that one. You think that someone just making a video on the history of CoffeeZilla spanking your cheeks red could have been someone that you knew in real life that could lead to a physical threat against you because he made like a video essay about it. Come back to reality, tech leads. Snap out of the genjutsu that you're trapped under here. I don't know what world you're seeing. Like, that is a crazy perspective to have on it. Like, legitimately, that is unhinged. Now, I don't think he actually believes it. Like, in all honesty, I think the only reason he's putting that there is like a cover your own ass token as like a, oh, well, that sounds reasonable to like the mind of a Neanderthal, perhaps. But anyone who thinks about that for even like an iota of a second would immediately recognize that that is a ridiculous thing to actually believe, and I don't think he does. He's using that as some kind of justifiable reason for why he does that, but even he backpedals on that so quickly. Like, he gives up on that facade almost immediately.
Really, these scam tubers exist only because I allow them to exist. And I can shut them down anytime I like because I own all of the copyrights to the images and audio that they're using.
A complete fundamental misunderstanding of how anything in the real world works. What the fuck are you yapping about? What? No. Let me go ahead and set the record straight here. They are your videos, sure. But anyone can take those videos and make their own creative pieces about them using clips from them. That has been argued in court 100 times at least, and every single time it is always ruled that that is completely okay to do, fair use, as long as they're not taking your entire video and using it, or doing nothing transformative with it, then they have the legal right to do so. They can take your video and highlight moments from it. Talk about moments from it, the same way I'm doing right here to throw tomatoes at you. What I'm doing isn't journalism. I'm just spitting on you and making fun of you for the absolute clown that you are. And I can do that, and there's not shit you can do about it legally. You're more than welcome to try. I will 100% use every single resource available to the entire legal firm that we have at our agency, Mana, which I am an owner of, to absolutely take you to court and embarrass you if you want to go that route. Though I don't think you want discovery to happen on your end, just a little hunch there, tech lead. But the point is, you're just completely wrong. Like this little supervillain monologue you're giving, like pinky to the mouth like Dr. Evil. They exist because I allow them to. Like your dumb little fucking speech has no teeth to it because it's completely fucking wrong.
I will issue these copyright strikes on these new YouTuber, scam tuber videos. And I don't really care one way or another, I guess, but it's more of a hazing ritual for me, like a welcoming ceremony, just to let them know what they're in store for and who runs the show around here, who owns the content around here.
Oh God, Jesus, stand back. Whoa, whoa, this guy means business, holy shit. He's going insano style. Gee, wow, he's going fucking swag mode. He runs the show. He's the big dog. He's the big shot. The sheriff on the block. Watch out. Damn. Yeah, this all seems like the actions of someone who really doesn't care. Whining in a YouTube video about why you're falsely copyright striking other YouTubers, and then openly admitting that it's not even legitimate. It's a hazing ritual for you, a welcoming ceremony. That's the lamest shit I've ever heard. I have no doubt that you got wedgies growing up, and now this is your way of taking some of that power back. That's what I feel with this shit.
So this is my welcoming ceremony. What happens next in these copyright strike cases is typically we go into court proceedings where I have 30 days to file a legal action, which typically I'm not going to waste anybody's time doing. This is really just my welcoming ceremony, hazing ceremony for people. And so the video will probably be back up after a while. Now, regarding these copyright claims, the truth is I don't really care. If I wanted to, I could go find all of these expose videos about me and copyright strike each and every one of them and take them down and take them to court if I really cared, if I wanted to.
You could absolutely try and do that. Just like I could try and do a backflip right now and probably break my fucking neck. But you can definitely try it and you would 100% fail. Just like me if I tried to do a backflip. You are openly admitting here, this right here would be evidence if you tried this. because you're openly admitting that it's just a hazing ritual, welcoming ceremony, and not real. They're fraudulent strikes that you're issuing, blatantly abusing the copyright system. So, if you did actually take these to court, like the big shot you are, you would probably incur huge fines as a result of it, just like the last guy that YouTube beat down financially for this exact thing that you're talking about here. How dumb can you possibly be? He is with his whole chest talking about how he's abusing the YouTube copyright system here. And that is something that YouTube does take very seriously. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to do about this going forward. He has deleted his confession video already, and now Internet Anarchist video has been reinstated as well. At the very least, it seems YouTube is aware of this situation, so it's just a matter of what are they going to do about it going forward. But yeah, I had to talk about this a little bit. This guy, Tech Lead, is a complete fucking loser. That's really about it. So yeah. In 2019, McDonald's paid a YouTuber to create a sponsored video to try and get their audience interested in working at McDonald's, and together, they created an abomination. The video comes from a vlogging channel who talks about how it was their dream to work at McDonald's for 2 hours, I guess. He works a shift at McDonald's, talking about how amazing it is. In the beginning, he talks about how easy it is to apply to McDonald's and how great of an opportunity it is. So, very corporate. McDonald's is using this man like a fucking fleshlight. He's talking about McDonald's being basically heaven on earth with the way he's describing it. You know, I almost damn near applied to work there myself after finishing the video. But the whole thing is so condescending, and it breaks my #1 rule for human decency. Don't fuck with people just doing their jobs, especially in the service industry. Any job where someone has to interact with customers is absolutely miserable. Not even the deepest pit of hell would subject the damned souls to that level of torture. It's just that inhumane. So don't be that douchebag that makes their job worse. And unfortunately, this video annihilates that rule. I wouldn't be surprised if the vlogger is the Hamburglar in disguise. This is just downright uncomfortable. Per usual though, I'd like to give a quick reminder, don't harass anyone in this video.
We are in the kitchen washing down there. This is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Her face right there really tells the whole story. He's just a nuisance. This is an actual workday with legitimate workers, not paid actors, just here doing their jobs, just hoping to clock in, clock out, call it a day. But this dude just rampages throughout the kitchen, bombarding them with questions, as well as just acting like an overly enthusiastic drunk football fan, and just getting in their way and talking down to them at points.
This is good. This is good. Oh my word, look at that. That is the burger pressers. That's what cooks the burgers. That's mental.
This guy's acting like a caveman seeing technology for the first time. He had his mind blown that patties were being cooked back here, pointing out the burger press is mental. Like, what do you mean? What do you think happened? You think Ronald McDonald was just in the back pulling the patties out of his asshole? Like, of course they're getting cooked back here. It's a fucking kitchen. That's what happens, you know? It's not sorcery. I don't understand why this grown man is pretending to be surprised that patties are being cooked. He's acting like a child at Disney World, just stunned by everything they're seeing and excited by everything.
So I'm here with Ruben. How you doing? You good? We're gonna be learning how to make something today, a burger or something. But before we do, I wanted to ask you, how have you found it working at McDonald's so far?
It's fun, it's challenging, every day is...
He probably had to ask 20 workers that question before he got a response that wasn't just overwhelmingly negative. But he finally found someone who's here to play ball. Ruben seems to be a very nice guy, you know, saying it's fun and challenging. But now Ruben will face the biggest challenge of his life, teaching this man-child hype beast how to make a Big Mac for his goofy sponsored vlog.
What?
Ground here.
That one?
Yeah.
Yep, goes in there.
Middle one, this one.
Middle one in there.
And this one.
Other way.
Yes.
This is...
Look at that blank, lifeless expression here while trying to pretend he's having fun. He's trying his best to make this sponsored video something positive, I think. He's just missing the mark. He's trying way too hard to make this seem genuine. It comes across as so fake, especially considering that the vlogger is a millionaire.
And you've got 4 stars here.
Yeah, I'm a good
He's got,
trainer.
look,
Yeah.
I've got no stars.
No, it's about teaching everyone.
Awesome. Well, maybe one day I'll get 4 stars like you. Right, okay, so now we've got the van.
Just a silly statement because we all know you're not going back to McDonald's. You're just going right back to the mansion and vlogs.
Down. Can we just do one?
Yeah, one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I want more on this one.
Oh, it's this one as well? I'm so happy. Okay, perfect. I've made my very own Big Mac. Successful order out. Yes.
This whole video reminds me of that feeling when you get a Christmas present that you really didn't want, but it came from a family member and they're sitting right there watching you open it. So then you're obligated to pretend that you're excited about it and happy, like, oh wow, Mima, thank you so much. I really wanted a shake weight for Christmas. This is awesome. Fuck yeah. That's this video. He's just like, for some reason, so over the top happy about everything, even though it's pretty see-through that he doesn't care. It's just a sponsored post. But bless Ruben's heart, because this guy seems like such a great guy. He made the Big Mac himself and just let the vlogger put the patties on. So he didn't compromise someone's order for the sake of this guy's awful vlog. He still made a quality Big Mac because he didn't want the vlogger to ruin it. So hats off to you, Ruben, for that.
That's how we do it here. This is, honestly, this is an operation. This is such an operation. Look, we've got burgers going. This is just mental. I never ever thought it was like this. Like, never. I'm really impressed though. I'm really, really impressed. Like, you gotta be on the ball. On the ball here.
What do you mean? What do you think was happening at McDonald's? This shouldn't come as a surprise. You can see the kitchen from the counter when you're placing an order inside. Like, what did you think was going on back there? They have a wizard on staff who's just conjuring up all of your food when you place an order?
Okay, we're gonna learn how to fry some chips, right? Yeah? This is something that I've wanted to do. One question I wanted to ask you, what's one skill that you've learned here that you never thought you would learn when you first started? I think I'd fit in perfectly, you know. I've got skills, you know, I think I would learn a lot as well.
There's just something wildly uncomfortable about this whole video. From asking these pseudo-interview questions to pretty much everyone he talks to. I think he was probably forced to ask these questions by the sponsor for the video. And then also just his fake enthusiasm. It's just bad.
Flurry machine, oh my word, this is like a dream come true. So we're gonna make this, but I want to ask you first, you're the customer care assistant, damn. Well, look at you, that's great. So you're dealing with customers all the time?
Yes, I do. Make this right there.
That's perfect. That's why you're the customer care assistant, yes.
You see what I mean? There's something just off-putting about the way he talks to the workers here. Saying shit like, damn, look at you, or that's why you're the customer care assistant. Like, it just seems so belittling and talking down to them. Maybe I'm reading too deep into it, and maybe he's just not comfortable in this format, but that's just the vibe I got across this whole thing, where he feels like he's better than everyone around him, so he's just teasing, like passively teasing them. I've never really liked these kind of videos where they treat average people like props for their videos. I think it's terrible, and this whole video just comes across as douchey, and it certainly isn't helped when he says shit like, this is a dream come true. Obviously he doesn't mean that. Put your money where your mouth is. If you really do mean that, quit vlogging and work full-time at McDonald's for the rest of your career. Show me that you really mean that this is a dream come true for you.
Hi sir, how are you doing? How can I help you today? Welcome to McDonald's.
Good. What are you doing?
I'm now working at McDonald's, James.
How are you?
Yeah. What would you like, mate?
I get plain chicken and
Sorry, what would you like to serve?
I get plain chicken and
Alright, so you need to pay... Sir, the total price is £5.93. Would you like to pay cash or card? Cash or card?
Oh, jeepers. This part is rough. And I cut out like a full minute of this conversation. I feel awful for the worker that had to stand next to this guy during this full NPC conversation here. There is no bit of dialogue that's cut from the video or edited. It's just an uninterrupted flow of consciousness with them kind of making a mockery of it as the worker stands there next to them at the cash register. Like, it honestly feels like McDonald's sponsored this guy to bully the workers. It just seems so, like, passively aggressive. At points, it just dreadfully misses the mark. McDonald's sponsored a clown to go to the facility to make the workers' day a little worse for 2 hours.
Pretty well. I did pretty well. So we're working at McDonald's. What have you learned? Have you learned a lot about money management because you're on the tills?
Yeah, definitely. But mostly confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah,
that's a
really
big one.
important.
So you're a lot more confident when customers come up. You can greet them. You can say hello. You can have a
Make
conversation.
those conversations so they remember the whole experience of McDonald's.
This is a cry for help if I've ever seen one. This is a blink twice if you're being held hostage kind of situation. That response does not seem real. It seems like they fed her that for the video. I don't think anyone that has ever worked at McDonald's has anything positive to say about customer experience. That is without a doubt the worst part of the job, I'd imagine, having to talk to entitled assholes that go into McDonald's, because that seems to be a common occurrence. Of every public fight video that exists online, every single one of them, I would argue 98% happen at a McDonald's. Like, you either go to McDonald's for food or to fight. So I find it very hard to believe that she speaks highly of being able to interact with the customers.
I'm very good. I've had an amazing afternoon working here at McDonald's today. How do you think I got on?
Pretty good.
So do you think I could potentially work here or develop into another role?
Yes, we would love to have you on our team. Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely. You have
Well, that is great news. Now his dreams really can come true. He's talking about how amazing it is, so I have no doubt that he signed up right after this video ended, and if I visited this McDonald's location, I would see him right back there having a good time making the Big Macs and blowing him a little kiss, making him with love because of how much he loved it, clearly. I cut out a lot of this video because a lot of it was just him interacting with his cameraman or his friend at the cash register for a painfully long time, and then another uncomfortable pseudo interview, but I'll let him take it out here.
Amazing shift. I worked with the best team ever over here. They're so hard working, and I genuinely didn't realise how much of a big operation it is behind me. I thought, it's kind of flipping the odd burger here and there, doing fries, but I've learned so many incredible skills from just being here for the day.
I didn't cut out any of the work he did because he didn't do any. He didn't do shit. He did 3 things. He put 2 patties on a Big Mac that Ruben made, and he dunked some fries into the deep fat fryer and called it a day. Oh, actually, and he also made a McFlurry, kind of, but it was really the person next to him that made it, and he just held it. I can't imagine anyone enjoyed having him around. It wasn't exactly like a really pleasant experience for them, I don't think. I can't imagine they wanted to go into work that day and be like interviewed or have some hype beast running around yelling and screaming about how exciting everything is, even though it's very clear it's just an act for the camera. So I just thought this was probably the worst sponsored video I've ever seen and just wanted to share it with all of you. That's about it. So yeah. Well, it happened a little sooner than I expected, but I think everyone knew this was on the horizon. AI is now making actors. And the first AI actress is about to be signed by a Hollywood talent agency, it seems. Meet Tilly Norwood.
Like if a Sunday roast went to drama school and got BAFTA optimized.
But can she cry on Graham Norton?
Of course she can, and it'll be clipped, subtitled, and monetized on TikTok by lunchtime.
If that isn't the most pathetic fucking thing I have ever heard. So this is an AI-generated video to announce their AI actress Tilly Norwood. Her 5-second bursts of acting in this comedy sketch were so impressive that she is now being eyed by talent agents, according to Eline Vandervelden. I don't know who that is, but that sounds like the name of a character from a Duke Nukem game. So, at the Zurich summit, apparently there were agents, fucking falling over themselves to sign Tilly Norwood, the first AI actress.
We're all going to hell.
Got recommissioned, didn't it? 3 seasons and a podcast.
By an AI commissioner.
That's right, baby. 3 seasons and a fucking podcast. This is a certified LeBron scream if you love Tilly Norwood. Moment. Tilly to the moon. I've said it for years. She is an underrated gem. Ever since her debut in Funky Fart Blasters Volume 8 Deluxe, I've said Tilly Norwood has what it takes to make it in Hollywood. Be damned to the flesh and blood machine future. Good future. We want Tilly to be the next Scarlett Johansson or Natalie Portman. That's the aim of what we're doing. What a noble goal. Yeah, fuck working hard for something or spending a long time grinding to get somewhere. Just go ahead and make the next Scarlett Johansson or Natalie Portman with AI. People are realizing that their creativity doesn't need to be boxed in by a budget. There are no constraints creatively, and that's why AI can really be a positive. It's just about changing people's viewpoint. Well, I got a viewpoint for you. How about this, huh? What do you think of this viewpoint? That's my butt cheeks right there. I almost fell off the chair. A little wobbly. Change that. Huh? I'm so tired of this goddamn spin. Like, AI is allowing people's creative juices to overflow. The cup runneth over on creativity thanks to the power of AI. This is literally the absence of creativity. It has nothing to do with budget. If you can't afford an A-lister, there are plenty of talented actors that don't charge that kind of money. Fucking find them. There are talented people that aren't Scarlett Johansson or Natalie Portman. So if you're feeling constrained by a budget, maybe look elsewhere outside of the A-list. And if I have to hear this despicable, silly, stupid, ugly-ass excuse of it allows everyone to get creative, I'm gonna have a conniption. I'm gonna have a fucking freak out. Creativity is like air. It's free. It's all around you. The only difference is you need to learn how to be creative. So like if you have some ideas in your noodle floating around and you want to like draw them, learn how to fucking draw. If you have a story you want to tell, learn how to write. If you have an idea for a character that you want portrayed, well, learn how to cast for someone that fits that. Now, don't worry, they're addressing the elephant in the asshole here about, not too long ago, AI was seen by many in the industry as a negative and something to push away at all costs. Remember the US writer strikes? Yet today it is being embraced by an increasingly large swath of industry, partly because it offers a way around the seriously tough economic conditions that producers in particular are operating in. I like how they start this by saying not too long ago, as if this viewpoint has passed. This is still the prevalent viewpoint. People don't like everything being replaced by fucking AI slop. But I will say I appreciate their honesty, the going full mask off there about the whole goal of it, to just save money on the bottom line and nothing else, to cut corners and save cash. They just right in your face say that. So I at least appreciate they didn't try and like sugarcoat it or anything there. It's the whole purpose behind it is because it saves the top of the food chain a lot of money. Oh yeah, this next section's super fun. It's a little sneak peek of what I imagine the Hollywood writing process is going to look like for all the big budget blockbusters in the next couple of years, because you can save a lot of money on like writers because you can just have ChatGPT be your writing partner, I guess. She describes it as sort of a writing partner. It would come back to me with ideas and I would be an exec producer effectively. We worked together, I then got feedback from lots of people and we adapted constantly. There were so many iterations, I mean, it took a long time, I'm not gonna lie. And it's also about performance, right? Because every one of these characters will say the lines differently and you need to instruct them differently. If this comedy sketch is anything to go off of, boy howdy is the future bright for blockbuster productions. High quality material being shit out here, no doubt. I hate that they're trying to coin a new term here, by the way, AI directing. At first the line was pronounced as, "But can she cry on Graham Norton?" with the wrong emphasis, and we needed the voice to be more doubtful, so you're really trying to find the words to describe the emotion. It's like instructing an actor, really, and for me it was very much about getting the right performance out of the AI actors, because if they say it in a wooden way, it wouldn't have worked at all. It is so pathetic how many terms people desperately try and put onto just using AI, like prompt engineer and now AI directing. Holy shit, it's so cringe. As you can imagine, with normal people that aren't brainwashed fucking vampire weirdos in Hollywood, this didn't go over well. So they did make a response. To those who have expressed anger over the creation of my AI character Tilly Norwood, she is not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art. Like many forms of art before her, she sparks conversation, and that in itself shows the power of creativity. She keeps using that word, but I don't think she knows what it means. How in the fuck is this in any way, shape, or form creativity? Like, what? What are you talking about? People got mad at you because of this, and all of a sudden it's like, thank you for being creative. Like what? Like maybe creative insults? I don't even understand, really. Just because you made people mad doesn't mean that it was, the power of creativity that had done it. I see AI not as a replacement for people, but as a new tool, a new paintbrush. Just as animation, puppetry, or CGI open fresh possibilities without taking away from live acting, AI offers another way to imagine and build stories. I'm an actor myself, and nothing, certainly not an AI character, can take away the craft or joy of human performance. Creating Tilly has been for me an act of imagination and craftsmanship, not unlike drawing a character, writing a role, or shaping a performance. If I have to hear this absurd cope one more time, I'm gonna have a conniption. This is just fundamentally no wrinkles in the brain type comparison here to say that AI is a tool like, CGI or animation. How it didn't take away from live actors, it's just in addition to. It is so far removed from that. I don't know how many times I have to teach you this lesson, old man. Like, Jesus Christ. You compare it to a paintbrush. Set a paintbrush down and then tell it what you want to be painted on that canvas. Tell me what happens. Nothing, right? Because tools cannot just do the shit on their own. You can't set a pencil down and tell it to draw James Corden fighting Goku. But I can go right now on any myriad of AI services and just type in James Corden fighting Goku and generate 1,000 images of it. I cannot do that in anything else that's not AI. It is not like animation. It is not like CGI. It just does shit for you based on whatever sentences you feed it. You are not special. You're not a fucking prompt engineer or an AI director because you change some sentences around to generate a new video. It is not a tool. Animation, puppetry, CGI, that is a totally separate art form and expression that takes immense talent. AI doesn't. There's no training required. There's nothing. You just type in sentences. So as long as you are literate, it'll just spit out something that loosely resembles whatever you fucking cooked up in your noodle and typed on the keyboard. It is a dog shit comparison. It is the absence of creativity, and it is not a tool. It is a replacement. As you said on your own little press release for this, its goal is to save producers money because it's cheaper. They will choose an AI actor for a role over a human being because they don't need to pay the AI actor a fucking salary. You said it yourself, it is to cut cost. Holy shit. Anyway though, enough yapping about that. Tilly Norwood, she's got a bright future ahead of her, no doubt. I'm very excited to see what Hollywood agency swoops in and signs her. They're gonna have a real breakout star. Shit sucks. That's really about it. See ya. Yesterday, a beloved YouTube group made an announcement, and it did not go over well. They ended up getting dunked on more than a Fisher-Price basketball hoop. It is the YouTube channel Watcher, as they announced their subscription-based paywalled content strategy going forward. It is really interesting. So, for those that don't know, this is a very popular YouTube group called Watcher. They make very well-produced content. I was unfamiliar with this channel until today with this news, but I was familiar with their work previously, like before they were Watcher. But they've been crushing it, clearly. Almost 3 million subs, every video getting like 1 million views, pretty much. It's all very high-quality content. So then today, they posted this video, Goodbye YouTube. And it's like a really heartfelt video about what YouTube means to them, and it's very dramatic. You know, it's saying things like, if this is my last time on YouTube, what a fucking ride it's been. It's like the end to a 1990s action movie. YouTube, you son of a bitch, we had a good ride. That kind of thing, as they sail off into the sunset. But what they're actually doing is they're moving to their own subscription-based website. So, the strategy is, they're going to be releasing a couple of episodes still on YouTube, but the rest of that season will be exclusively behind paywalled content at watchertv.com. The video is getting absolutely bombarded with dislikes, and a lot of people have soured their impression of this group, regardless of what they decide to do going forward, even if they do backtrack this decision. It's a maneuver that just did not land. They went for a kickflip and ended up breaking both their ankles on this bad boy here. And it's pretty simple to understand why. It's the whole concept of the content you were getting for free is now no longer going to be free. That just always leaves the taste of shit in people's mouths. It's the worst flavor. No one likes a poop pop. So, understandably, a lot of people were voicing their concerns and their disappointment with this. Honestly, Watcher probably would have found more success if they made an announcement stating that one of the members had hit a deer on their way into work and they had no remorse or something. Like, this hasn't been really a home run for them here. They said they made the service $5.99 because everyone and anyone can afford it. When did they see that? Well, I must have missed that statement. Was it in this video somewhere and I just am forgetting it? Because that is a crazy thing to say.
First. Steven, talk about money. Yeah, what's this price?
You can become a member of Watcher for $5.99 a month or $59.99 a year.
We want to keep the price low enough where anybody and everybody is able to afford it, but it also has to support the things that we do here. So that was the number that just made the most sense for the streamer.
That's very out of touch. I don't know how I missed that. I don't know how that flew under my radar. That is extraordinarily out of touch. That face right there says it all. Yep, that one just got ripped. Fuck it, we'll do it live, I guess. That's going in the final cut. Are we sure? Eek. Let me lay down the reality here. $6 isn't nothing. Especially not in the current climate of things where everyone and their grandmother is making a subscription service for every single fucking thing on the planet. We're in the gold rush right now where every company is turning their content into a subscription-based monthly payment to access it. And I mean everything. If you want like a bag of beans delivered to you, you probably have to subscribe to the bag of bean delivery stork service for $5.99 a month. So this is yet another subscription charge they're trying to peddle here for previously free YouTube videos. That's just not worth it for the majority of people and just adds another headache, an unnecessary subscription charge that I can't imagine many people being enthusiastic about paying for. Now, to be clear, they're not like removing their YouTube content that's already up. It's just going forward, they're only going to be releasing like the premiere of a season on their channel, and then the rest of that season is paywalled. Now, personally, I think it is a horrible idea. Going through their channel, their videos are long-form content for the most part, like 30 minutes plus, and I imagine with their history working at BuzzFeed for BuzzFeed Unsolved, they've learned how to optimize mid-roll ads, so they're probably pulling in a very high RPM on those videos. I have to imagine that is already covering the cost of production, but on top of that, and I didn't know this until stream last night, they also have a very successful Patreon with over 12,000 members and 3 different monthly payment tiers. And just for the cherry on top of this money cake, Mr. Krabs style, they have a ton of merch, obviously, but the biggest thing is they do a ton of brand deals. From what I can see, they run a lot of ads in their content. And many of you might not remember this, I actually own a company that specializes in putting brands with YouTubers and running ads for major YouTube channels. It's called Mana Talent Group. And I started that back in 2018, so I know what these deals look like. So I'm going to break the magician's code here and give you a little spitball estimate on what I think they're making per ad. With a channel of their size and their views and this style of content, I would wager a guess that each brand that appears in their content is paying between $15,000 and $35,000 a piece to be there. Now, I know that's kind of a wide ballpark. It's just hard for me to guesstimate from the sidelines what their deals might look like, because longer-term partnerships usually have discounts per slot because they've done a long-term deal, whereas like one-offs or short-term partners are paying more for like the couple of ads they're there for. But I'm confident that none of their brand partners are paying less than $15,000 to be on their content, and I'm pretty confident that it's probably going up to about $35,000 for their more one-offs or short-term deals. So they're already making tons of money through their content. You were right. They just don't really advertise it? So they already have this, and now they have Watcher TV, which is another subscription service, which I imagine is going to run congruent. Or if you pay $5 here, do you also get Watcher TV access? I don't know. Is it somewhere in the perks? That is a lot of doubloons they are pulling in right now. They got 12,000 members on that Patreon, and some of those tiers, that's a lot of bones. you're not really in a financially struggling situation with this channel. I'm just going to lay down the brass tacks here. I saw a few people defending them, saying like, no, they have 25 employees, they need to get their bread because it's very expensive. I'm going to peel back the curtain here real quick. I have more than 25 employees, considering I also have an esports organization, which has a lot of players on it. And I'm going to tell you, since they're professional gamers, their salary is going to be significantly higher than their employees' cost. And I'm able to finance all of that completely fine through streaming. And my streaming numbers are nowhere near as lucrative as their Patreon numbers. It's not even close. Theirs blows me out of the water. And I'm not exactly struggling with all of those employees for our esports org. To really drive this point home, one of our star players was $10,000 a month. One. And we have well north of 25 in total. And I was still able to do all of that through a fraction of their numbers here with what they're making on Patreon. And I have like a fourth of their RPM. My RPM on YouTube is about 3, and I'm confident that the Watcher channel is probably seeing north of 8 to 9 RPM on their videos. And still, I wasn't exactly struggling to cover all of these employees' costs. So I don't think that this subscription paywall service is necessary for them to stay afloat, especially not since they have this Patreon and they have such a successful YouTube channel already. Now, this isn't exclusive to just Watcher. There's been a lot of channels that have done similar things, and some of them have seen different degrees of success. I was researching it at the end of stream last night. However, all of the examples I can find of YouTube groups making their own third-party platforms where you can subscribe for exclusive content, that's a little different because they're not taking what was already free from that channel and putting it behind a paywall. They're adding like behind-the-scenes stuff, brand new shows, things like that, exclusive to that subscription tier on that third-party website. And for a couple of them, I saw that their third-party website was free with ads, and you had the option of subscribing for a monthly fee, whereas Watcher TV is only the $6 a month subscription fee, or the $60 a year. And it's weird because Watcher is already doing what those other channels do on their third-party platform on their Patreon. They're already offering like the exclusive stuff there for the monthly charges, and now they're adding another separate monthly charge for the content that people were used to getting for free on YouTube. So it's really just such a fucking mess. Now, of course, there's no telling if this is going to be a successful venture for them. It certainly doesn't look like it based on the reception here and all the tomatoes that are getting tossed at them. But with an audience of their size, they don't need a large portion of them to sign up at $5.99 a month to make it viable. They don't need a large number of conversion here, and I think they know that. But I really think that they're going to be surprised with how little will likely sign up here because it is expensive. That's not nothing. They framed it like $6 a month is affordable to everyone. What? We all have $6 lying around. You guys don't have phones? Oh, you got $6. Like, they make it sound like it's basically nothing, when it's not. That's a lot, especially on top of every other subscription that people have in their daily lives. But I just really think it's a pretty dumb idea. This is going to completely kill their growth as a brand. It's going to be a very hard sell to people that don't know the Watcher, why they should be willing to pay $5.99 a month to watch YouTube videos. Like, that's just not an easy thing to sell to people. It'd only come from a very loyal fan base that's already hooked on their content in this audience they built on YouTube, which they're now abandoning. So they're not really going to be bringing in new people, I don't think. Even with dropping like the premiere video on their channel, I think that's just going to frustrate people more. Like, oh, I really want to watch the rest of this. Oh, but I have to pay $6.99 for it, and I only get this? Like, that's not worth. It just, to me, doesn't seem like it's going to be a good long-term plan. But I could be totally wrong. Who knows? Maybe people are, like, elated and can't wait to pay for more streaming services. I think that blows ass. I'm so tired of streaming services popping up all over the place like a fucking plague. It's like Hydra, cut off one head and 2 more streaming services take its place. And now we're seeing it for YouTubers? Like, that's not exciting. Point blank, I just do not like it. I do not like Green Eggs and Ham. I do not like it, Sam I Am. Watcher TV, what a sham. I understand why some other YouTube channels have third-party places where they can pay for more content, but they're paying for more content on top of what they're already getting on YouTube.
So, like, I know Ross Creations has one, which apparently people really like the way he does it. I know Sidemen have Sidemen Plus, and it seems like people like that as well. And from what I can tell, that's just giving you, like, the very loyal, like, ferocious fans more of what you already like. So you're getting, like, behind-the-scenes stuff, you're getting exclusive content that is totally separate from the content that they're already getting on the primary platform. Whereas with Watcher, that's not the case. You're losing what you're used to, and that's it. You now have to access it through $6 a month to get that same content. It just doesn't feel good. Especially because they already have a Patreon. Like, they were already doing the standard, which people don't mind, and I don't think there's anything wrong with, where, you know, your audience pays the Patreon monthly fee or whatever, and they just get more content from you guys. The behind the scenes, the podcast, the special edition stuff, the sneak peeks, whatever. Like, that makes sense. Like, that's value there, and they keep getting the content that they're used to, that you've been providing to them for free, that made them a fan in the first place on YouTube. I don't know, it just feels like a real slap in the face, and I totally understand why people are upset about it. I don't like it either. And I hope this isn't the direction a lot of YouTubers decide to go down in the future. I don't really know why they thought this would go over well. To me, it really seems like some kind of corpo suit came in there, like a devil on their shoulder, whispering in their ear that this is the way of the future. This is the way to do things, making subscription-based third-party services outside of YouTube. Grow your presence on YouTube, and then abandon it. Try and take all of them to your third-party site where you can really milk them dry for more money. It sucks. Like, that's just not healthy at all. There's nothing good about that direction. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit. That's really it. So yeah. This is between you and me. Don't tell the FBI, but I'm about to do something illegal. I'm changing my mind. You see, 22 months ago I posted a video called The Worst YouTuber, and in this video I discussed a man named NNA Productions who I believed at the time was the worst YouTuber on the platform. At least when strictly speaking about content. I mean, there's people on this platform that make videos advocating for bleach enemas, so there's definitely worse people on the platform, but I meant strictly looking at it from a content perspective. I believed he was pumping out nothing but straight painful hemorrhoids for the viewer to look at. I no longer stand by that opinion. I'm going to share with you the story of NNA Productions, a story of shame, horror, tears, and redemption. Before getting into this, I feel I unfortunately need to remind people not to fucking harass people I make videos about, so please stop doing that shit. Let me start by sharing my video from 22 months ago when I first discovered and covered his channel. Now, he makes the same video every time. Every video is exactly the same, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration, like, oh, he pumps out the same type of content. He makes the exact same video every single time, just with one detail changed. He says the exact same things verbatim in every single video, regardless of what the video's title is. He does the exact same things. It's all so incredibly formulaic, and nothing changes from video to video, except the very end where he changes the scare. Now, this is very important, because at the time when I made that video, NNA Productions had been copy and pasting the exact same videos over and over again. The man was just fucking copying his own homework and farming views off the YouTube Kids app. Now, when I say copy and pasting, it's not like he was actually just reusing clips. He would do all of this shit from scratch, but do it the exact same way. It was kind of impressive to not get bored doing that constantly, but also equally disgusting. Now, I'm happy to say 22 months later, he is still doing the exact same shit with no change whatsoever. It is so fucking incredible. What was once his Achilles heel has now become his saving grace. It is wrapped around from being the worst YouTuber to the strongest, most persistent YouTuber I've ever seen in my life. This man has been attacked by tons of YouTubers. He made a video doing this shit for Etika's death. Terrible, despicable, shameless garbage. And not even the backlash from that was enough to have him go back to the drawing board and reevaluate his formula. He kept doing the same thing, the same video every time. He's like a robot who's been programmed to only make one thing, and no matter how hard he tries, he cannot defy his destiny, his purpose, his creation. He's like a record player that's constantly skipping on the same beat, forced to do this perpetual song and dance without any variations because he can't. He is the Derek Zoolander of YouTubers. He only has one look, one piece of content that he has been milking the fuck out of for 3 years, but not even successfully milking it because there's nothing left. It has gone well beyond dry. It's been dead for fucking 3 years now, but he is still going. It'd be like
trying to milk your grandmother's ass, but all you're getting is these dusty fucking farts in your face. You know, you had this once plentiful source of calcium, but now all you're getting is this foul Methodist of what once was. It doesn't exactly work with the grandmother analogy, but you get the idea. It's fucking, the well has run dry. He is still using a fucking fidget spinner in his video. It's incredible. This man is the definition of insanity. So much so that I think even he's aware of it. He has Jared Leto's Joker tattoos on his body. Remember Jared Leto from the worst superhero movie ever, Suicide Squad? He had the worst Joker of all time. He had the ha-ha-has on his body. Yeah, NNA Productions has those ha-ha-ha tattoos on him in reference to the Joker. It's crazy to me. He's the embodiment of chaos. Well, no, he's the exact opposite. He's the embodiment of routine, but not a good routine. So I'm getting carried away. Let's just dive in. Let's take a look at his channel right now. As you can see, it is remarkably similar to how it was 22 months ago when I first checked on it, which was incredibly similar to how it was a year before that. It is remarkable. He is still using the exact same thumbnails, the exact same formula, everything. Same titles, still doing 3 a.m. challenges for whatever trendy mobile game scare is going around the elementary schools. I just can't believe it. This is why I'm so impressed. Common sense would dictate at some point the human psyche can only handle so much of the exact same thing day after day, because he does this almost 7 days a week. So he is constantly doing the exact same thing, constantly editing the exact same thing. I don't know how he can handle it.
If I spin this fidget spinner on this mini mouse, alright, just on this mini mouse for 5 seconds, you guys have to smash the like button. Dear guys, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. 1, 2.
And here's his most recent video 22 months later. Let's see if we can spot any differences here. Spoiler alert, you won't spot any differences here.
Guys, if I spin this fidget spinner on one of these little gumballs for 5 seconds, you guys have to smash that like button. Dear guys, let's do this. Come on. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, now guys have to smash the like button.
Wanna join my free gift cards giveaway? Subscribe to my channel, like the video, and turn notifications on. And finally, tell me on the comment section that you subscribe.
Boom, now guys have to smash that like button right now.
Wanna join my free gift cards giveaway? Subscribe to my channel, like the video.
He's like Robin Williams coming out of Jumanji, confused on what year it is. He's still using a fidget spinner into 2020. I thought that shit had gone extinct. I thought there was a recall and they got every fidget spinner in the world and threw it in the desert like with Area 51 for the NES. It is incredible to me. He's like caught in a time vortex. It is, I mean this in sincerity, it is actually impressive to me that at no point throughout the last 3 years he has decided to make even the smallest or most subtle of changes. And he is still doing the gift card giveaway scam, which is an actual felony. You can't pretend to give away shit without actually giving away shit. You can't do that. It's fucking silly that this is still going. At no point has he thought to himself, well, maybe this will be a problem sometime down the line. Which is even more impressive to me, and it only speaks to his strength even further, where he's like, fuck it. I've gotten this far, I'm gonna keep doing it the exact same way.
Brand new video, another day, another banger. Guys, on today's video, we have a really insane video, alright? For those who don't know who's Minnie Mouse, I'll put the picture right over here, guys. Look at this. So this is Minnie Mouse, alright, guys? It's a girl version of Mickey Mouse, alright, guys? I know everyone knows who's Mickey Mouse, and I think everyone knows who's Minnie Mouse, the girl version of Mickey Mouse. Back to another brand new video, another day, another banger. So guys, on tonight's video, we have a really insane video, alright, guys? And it's about the ice cream man and the scary teacher together, alright, guys? That's what actually happens, alright, guys? For those who doesn't know who's the scary teacher, boom, this is the scary teacher, alright, guys? The scary teacher.
She doesn't look that scary to me. I could probably FaceTime her at 3 a.m. without having like a sodden apocalypse in my trousers about it. It's been another day, another banger for 3 years now. This Groundhog Day has persisted for a long time. And the bangers, they keep a-comin', baby. It is so crazy to me. I know he doesn't script these. There's no way he's scripting them. This is genuinely just like the setting he's just constantly on.
What were you talking about? Come on, just go on a dinner with him.
So should we do this?
You will? What did I do, guys? I was just trying to make them talk with each other. Yo, alright, guys, this is it. I have no idea what to do right now, alright, guys? And I'm absolutely so scared right now. I think it's them. Oh my god, guys, I think they actually came here. Yo, I just locked my door and they are just standing outside the door, alright guys? Yo, I'm just gonna end the video right over here and get some help, alright guys? So much to give. Big thumbs up.
I didn't feel it was necessary to play too much of the video here because, like I said, it is a carbon copy of every other video he made, including the ones I touched on 22 months ago. But I will say, there is one difference here. He's doing even less. In the videos 22 months ago, he would have a friend and a couple other people hold up little popsicle sticks with the face of the scary person on it at the end of the video to show like, hey, look, they actually came, look, there he is on the popsicle stick or like the hockey stick. Here, he doesn't even bother. He just says, oh, they're right there, and I'm gonna go. So he's found out an even more effective formula. Now he doesn't have to, you know, pay a casting crew to hold up the pieces of wood or whatever the fuck they were on. It was like little fucking party masks that he got at Party City that he would strap onto things. He didn't even have to do that this time around. So he's somehow refined the formula to be even better. So I just wanted to talk about this because I was blown away to find out that it is exactly the same as it was 22 months ago, 3 years ago. It's crazy. I think that persistence is nothing shy of admirable and confusing. That's about it. See ya. Life hacks are some of the stupidest shit on the internet, to the point where it's almost insulting when you see them. Just dumb bullshit like, if you have to fart and it's not an appropriate place, hold it in. Or super pro tip life hack turbo mode ultra life hack. If you need to remember your passwords to your online accounts, write them down. But I found a channel on YouTube that makes every other life hack look genuinely useful. It's an account called Mr. Gear, who releases some of the most psychotic, dumb, unbelievably fucking ridiculous contraptions that he considers life hacks. So let's go ahead and take a look inside the mind of a lunatic here. So this one starts with scalping an innocent Pringles can. So you murder a Pringles can and the end result will shock you. You won't believe number 6 life hack. Bravo, Mr. Gear, a real MacGyver over here. The world's most repulsive pencil holder and or cup, depending on how you'd like to use it. Really simple though, all you need is a Pringles can and some yarn straight from the 1800s. That was the dirtiest yarn I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I swear he must have dug up his great-grandmother's grave and she was buried with all of her fucking sewing materials, and he just picked up her yarn and then wrapped the Pringles can with it. It's not even aesthetically pleasing or anything either, it just looks like you dumped your shit into a stiff pile of pubic hair. That looks like something that maybe George of the Jungle would have put on his school desk, or Tarzan. No one's gonna want that, and why do you even need 2 Pringles cans and cut them up? Why not just open the Pringles can and use that as the holder? It's the same effect. I guess this is a good solution if you've decapitated your toothbrush but still want to use the head, but I don't know why you'd go through the extra steps of hot gluing it to an eraserless pencil when you can just go to the store and buy a brand new one for 4 cents. One thing you'll notice about Mr. Gear's unique life hacks is they predominantly consist of break shit and then glue that shit onto other shit. It's a vicious cycle of just glue shit, and then create the most disgusting product at the very end of the procedure, when you could have just bought something a lot cheaper and saved yourself a lot of trouble. This CD coaster being the perfect example. If you want to use it as a coaster, just use the CD, I guess. If you want to just throw away a Windows 98 instructional DVD, that's totally fine. Why go through the extra step of gluing clothespins that you broke onto it? It's fucking dumb. It doesn't make it look any better. It makes it look even stupider, somehow. Yeah, that looks like a good writing utensil, a straw with the fucking pin. I just don't understand, Mr. Gear. You're 10 steps above human intelligence here. You're existing on another plane that corporeal existence just doesn't quite reach yet. This man is a goddamn genius. Science said it couldn't be done. Scientists said you couldn't turn a fork into a spoon. What do you call that, scientist? That's checkmate. David Blaine couldn't even turn a fork into a spoon. You know what Mr. Gear says to David Blaine? Suck his fuck, Mr. Blaine, because he has just turned a fork into a spoon. An amazing transmutation here, and he teaches everyone how to do it with a simple life hack. I also appreciate how he has a pretty hard cut on the back of his hand that you know he got while cutting up the Coke can, so don't nobody ever say Mr. Gear doesn't make sacrifices for his life hacks. There's a question that's never been asked by a single human being throughout all of history. I don't think anyone gives a shit on how to protect their marker. It's not like there needs to be marker insurance. Shit, I've just been burglarized and they broke all of my markers. Luckily, I'm covered. And even if he means protecting the marker from drying out if you lose the cap, who gives a fuck? Just get another marker. Marker lives don't matter that much. I don't think there's a huge movement to fund research for breakthrough scientific discoveries to increase the lifespan of a marker. I take it all back. That's a fucking great solution. Just wrap a balloon on it like a condom. Now, is this hack that really greased up my shit stain and confused me, because I was under the impression that these life hacks were aimed at kids just to give them something fun to do, but they really can't be, because he doesn't use kid-friendly tools. He uses box cutters, razor blades, and now a fucking blowtorch. I'm sure the next tool he's gonna break out is a goddamn circular saw or something. That shit can't be aimed at kids, because kids shouldn't have access to those kind of power tools and materials. So this has to be aimed at adults, but what full-grown, rational thinking adult is going to look at any of these and be like, yeah, that's definitely a lot easier than the alternative of just buying a 3-cent replacement. If there is a single living, breathing human being that watched that and unironically thought to themselves, Eureka! Finally, the answer to all of my prayers, the solution to my sleeping problems where it's too bright to sleep. I found it with the Coke bottle paperclip mask. Damn, too bright for sleeping? Why not just turn off the light? If that's too much trouble, why not get a face mask? Why would you ever make that right there? If there's a single person, though, that unironically made this, I will genuinely shit my pants, take off the shitted pants, and then eat the shitted pants. Because I don't believe a single person out there, no matter how mentally unwell, would look at that and think that's what I need in my life. Thank you, Mr. Gear. I don't know what the fuck this is. Maybe he made a little lemon titty. I have no idea what it's supposed to be. A modern art piece? I couldn't tell you. But god damn it, your life has been hacked. Through the miracle of cold fusion and hot glue, Mr. Gears created the world's most inefficient eraser. What a beautiful double whammy to finish this video off from Mr. Gear. He gets you with the 1-2 punch. He makes a pencil sharpener that, well, it's just a pencil sharpener. And then he makes a flimsy plate holder that will 100% break your plates. Your life has been fucking changed. Thank you, Mr. Gear. I'll make sure to do all of these. Never. But god damn it, those are some real creative shit-ass life hacks. See ya.